What is your call on the Russell 2000?
Hi, Sarah. Thanks for having me back. Yeah, we're bullish on the small cap segment of the market, even though we've had a more cautious view on the S&P 500. And one of the things that we look at is valuation, and valuation doesn't tend to tell you a lot about what's going to happen near term. But we found that where multiples are today can tell you a lot about what happens to returns over the next 10 years. So if you're a long-term investor right now, the multiples that stocks are trading at today are telling you that the S&P 500 could actually see negative annualized price returns over the next 10 years. And, that's one reason that, dividends are so important today. But for small caps, which are trading at a big relative discount to large caps right now, our models are actually suggesting that you could see high single-digit annualized price returns for small caps over the next decade. And, this is coming after a long period of underperformance for small caps. They lag the market from 2013 until 2020, and usually these cycles can often last about a decade. So this could be a good longer-term period for smaller stocks.
Are they a good inflation protection hedge?
So historically, small caps have generally tended to do well in inflationary periods. They did well in the late 60s environment of inflation. This time around, if inflation gets really high, you have tended to see a more detrimental effect on multiples. But look, we've been in an environment for a long time of low growth, low wages, a lot of big mega cap tech and other areas doing well. Now we're seeing the reverse of that. There's been a focus on, small businesses, small business sentiment. Wages are rising. We have seen a lot of these companies have pricing power. So, we do think a lot of the more domestically oriented companies are in a good position right now. The small caps this earnings season have continued to surprise to the upside. And, even though supply chain has been something a lot of them have been mentioning highly on earnings calls, pricing and as a proxy for pricing power has been something that has really, ticked up a lot. And we were even seeing more mentions for small than for large year over year of pricing on earnings calls.